Hello friends, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Poonam Chawla, an assistant professor with Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Management Studies in Rohini. Today, we are going to discuss the interesting subject of roles and functions of a trainer. Let us start with an introduction. What is a trainer and what are his roles and functions? The trainer is the kingpin in any training program. Perhaps he is the most important element in the process of training, especially in its delivery. The participants look towards a trainer as a person who will help them realize their personal objectives. He or she is always in the center stage of action. He or she is just like an actor of the film. Let us look at the values a trainer must possess. He should have faith in training and he must himself or herself believe that it is a tool for growth and development. If you wish to acquire the status of a professional trainer, the first prerequisite is that you should have an abiding belief in training as an instrument for growth and change. Your own commitment has to be complete. There are no halfway measures. Regardless of whether you are a full-time or a part-time or a freelance trainer, you have to get fully involved in the process of training. Commitment to the program and its objective is yet another avenue that the trainer must focus on. You have planned the program and now as a trainer it is your responsibility to deliver it in accordance with its learning objectives and the plan of action. As a trainer, you should pledge your unqualified commitment and interest in the program, its objective and the contents. To further demonstrate your commitment to the program and its success, you should be willing to modify its contents. That means you should not have a rigid nature towards it, its methodology or your own style of functioning. Under all circumstances, your efforts should be directed at ensuring that the objectives of the program are realized. Professional commitment and discipline is one other value that the trainer must possess. A key aspect of your professional commitment is your desire to perform well. You should endeavor to make optimum use of your abilities and skills. You must constantly strive to improve your performance and grow as a trainer through hard work and regular self-appraisal. This helps you to become aware of your strengths and weaknesses. You know what you can deliver effectively in a training program and what you cannot. You should then direct your energies and efforts towards reinforcing your strengths and improving upon them and minimizing your weaknesses. You should also be able to abide by the professional ethics of training. Slide number 11, faith in participatory training. The trainer must have faith in participatory training for the success of the program. As an extension of your commitment to democratic values and norms, you need to promote participation of the learners in all training activities and your presentations. The learning or the changes brought about by the behavioral patterns of an individual with her concurrence and participation is very enduring. Slide number 12. Let us look at the role of a trainer. An accomplished trainer is expected to perform multifarious roles in the context of a training program. However, it must be pointed out that these roles are not mutually exclusive in nature, but they often overlap. The first role that a trainer takes place is that of a planner. Planning a program is primarily the responsibility of the trainer or the training team. The management of the training agency may also participate in the process, and there are a number of tasks associated with this exercise. He is the facilitator of the learning process. Facilitation in this case means providing resources, arranging facilities for a session, for the program as a whole. It involves creating a learning environment that stimulates and motivates the participants for meaningful participation in the training activities. It assists them in discovering the meaning and relevance of the training to them and their job. It also means that the participants are encouraged and even helped to take more responsibility for their learning process. Subject matter specialist. You are therefore expected to bring with you an appropriate level of competence and a high degree of proficiency in the subject or the topic that you are expected to handle in the program. One needs to be fully familiar with various aspects of the topic relevant to the needs of the program and group. A trainer must be the developer of the individual. A training program is not a tool just to enhance knowledge and develop competencies of the participants. It provides a lot of opportunities to the participants to develop themselves as individuals, as human beings, regardless of the nature of their program. It is necessary that a trainer must also act as a counselor. Consider a situation when a participant receives some disturbing news from home. Someone has a difficulty in comprehending what transpires in the session, or another has a problem of relationship within the group. These participants need some help, and if the trainer can act as a counselor to them, it will be a greater role that he will be playing. A trainer is a manager also. In some training agencies, the role of a trainer extends beyond the prerequisites of a specialist. She is expected to carry out the additional responsibility of overseeing the administrative and managerial aspects of a program. In other agencies, this could well be the responsibility of the administrative staff. During the implementation phase, for example, you may be asked to coordinate the work of the support staff to ensure that the program runs on expected lines without any hiccups. The trainer, as I already said, is a part of the group, is a learner in the group. He is also the leader of the group. As a trainer, you are an undesignated and informal leader of the training group, especially in the initial stages of a program. Some of the tasks that you could be expected to perform as a leader of the group are: it is primarily your responsibility to ensure that the program has a smooth passage. You should be equipped and willing to take crucial decisions related to the implementation of the program. You should determine what training activities should be undertaken and realize the program objectives. You should assign tasks to subgroups. There are occasions when the participants look to you for direction and support. Some of them may even want you to exercise some degree of control and authority if there is some undesirable disturbance in the group. You also have the responsibility to counsel the group in a crisis situation and intervene at the right time in situations of disagreement. Trainer does not only train, but he or she himself or herself is a learner also. Let us look at the role of a trainer as a learner. An interesting and exciting part of your job as a trainer is that you get unlimited opportunity to learn. Thus, participation in a training program can be a very enriching experience, provided you are willing to make full use of the opportunities and are open to new learning. The participants develop a lot more respect for you if they realize that you are not only open to learning from them and the training situations, but are willing to acknowledge it as well. Trainer is not only a leader of the group, he is also the member of the group. While on the one hand you act as an informal leader of the group as I just mentioned, on the other hand you are also a part of the group and you must never forget that. You should identify with the group and its objectives. The trainers individually and collectively should conform to the norms of the behavior and working procedures set out in the initial stages of the program. In this regard, you have no privileges. If you accept this position, it sends an important message to the group that the trainers consider themselves to be the part of the larger group and they are not mute teachers. As a result, the participants tend to develop a healthy respect and relationship with you. Now, let us look at the skills. A trainer must have planning skills. It is one of the key skills that a trainer relates because he has to be an integral part of the training program. The skills in selecting and using appropriate training methods. Traditional training methods or technological training methods. By itself, a training method cannot achieve much. It is an important tool for enhancing learning, but it is necessary that the trainer must be aware about what are the learning objectives and should use the nature, time duration, etc. all these aspects in consideration to select and use appropriate training program. Interpersonal skills. If you want to become a professional trainer, it is necessary that you possess good interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills are an asset to a professional trainer. Interpersonal skills are linked with liking people, a desire to interact with them, a desire to establish warm and cordial relationships with them and to sustain those relationships. In training situations, establishing good relation with the participants means that you can make the learning more easier and for a longer period of time. Communication skills is just another category that a trainer must possess. And here, please remember that communication does not mean a good facility with the language, a pleasant voice or a spontaneous flow of ideas and words. It means using the language and words in a manner that are understood by the person to whom they are being directed. That means the area of experience of the trainer and the trainee must overlap so that the ideas which are transmitted are clear and unambiguous. Your words should stimulate and inspire the participants. They should be able to understand whether you are reaching out to the participants through your communication or you are simply trying to deliver a lecture. It is necessary that you understand the level of your participants and decipher their body language and deliver the lecture or the training program accordingly. The trainer must have the skills to manage conflicts in the group. With a sizable number of individuals, when put together in an unfamiliar setting, there are chances that conflicts might arise or disagreements might arise. Although in a training programs there may be differences of thought or differences of opinion, but if not properly managed they can lead to adverse consequences. So as a trainer you must have the capability to manage those conflicts. The trainer must have the ability to receive and give feedback. The ability to give and receive meaningful feedback is an important skill of a trainer. Feedback helps the trainer to evaluate the learning process. It is also a tool for motivating and stimulating participants. You can obtain feedback by asking questions, by encouraging participants and asking them to pose questions and queries when they do not understand some fundamentals or ideas. The trainer must have the skill in understanding and using group processes. This is an undeniable fact that training is a group activity. So, the trainer must possess the knowledge of group processes, because wrong knowledge of human behavior and skill in the management of emotions and feelings can lead to adverse consequences. The trainer must have the skill in organizing and conducting training activities. The scope of a training activity differs from program to program. Its duration can vary from a session to several hours and even for a few days. The manner in which you organize and conduct a training activity and manage its logistics can vary not only with the training method that you wish to use, but also with the training group. All these things need to be kept by the trainer in mind while conducting a training program. What are the qualities of a good trainer? Though there is a long list, and the one I am providing you here may not be exhaustive but is certainly guiding list. A trainer should not only appear to be enthusiastic, but he should also radiate liveliness through words, actions and behavior. That means he should highlight that he is really interested in the training program and is looking forward to it. Enthusiasm here, please, does not mean being excessively demonstrative in actions or being energetic. It suggests that you are in earnest in your approach to training and in interactions with the participants, and you are full of life and vigor. The trainer must have the ability to work under pressure. During the implementation of the training program, there are instances that may lead to some anxiety or tensions or pressures all over the place surrounding a trainer. It is necessary that as the program progresses, there are number of occasions when the result of your efforts are not on expected lines. In such situations, the trainer should maintain the calm and work under pressure to get desired results. Sincerity and openness. As a trainer, you should be sincere in what you say and your actions or behavior. Remember that you are under the gaze and scrutiny of the participants even when you are out of the training activities. You cannot deceive them through your pretenses, or you cannot show them that you are interested in the program but otherwise your gestures are vice versa. Flexibility. A trainer should not have a rigid nature. He should be flexible to the needs of the groups and the demands of the program at a given point of time. It signifies willingness on the part of a trainer to bring about the desired changes in the program or in her own behavior, actions and training style and strategy. You should also be sensitive to the feedback that you receive from the participants, and if any improvement is required, the trainer must go ahead with it. A trainer must have a good sense of humor. It is a desirable quality that a trainer must have a good sense of humor. Certainly, it does not mean that you are cracking jokes every now and then in the training program, but yes, to maintain the momentum of the training program, you can make it energetic by providing instances from real life that are enjoyable. Willingness to recognize good contribution. An inclination to acknowledge and recognize a good contribution of a participant is a key quality of the trainer. It wins you the respect of the group and helps you to connect with the participants on an individual level. This quality is put to test when a participant expresses a viewpoint that is inconsistent with yours. That means it does not match with your viewpoint. You should have the willingness to accept mistakes and apologize for it. Another virtue that can endear you to the participants is your willingness to accept your own mistakes and take the responsibilities if you have goofed up. It is not a problem. Trainers are humans. They can make mistakes. The thing is to accept those mistakes and do not hesitate to apologize. Some trainers believe that if they accept their follies, they will make a fool of themselves before the participants. This is not a correct assessment of the participants' attitude. On the contrary, by this action you will enhance your stature and get more respect from the participants. Let us look at the summary of the complete module. In this module, we have discussed what are the qualities a trainer should possess, what is the role of trainer in a training program, and the conclusion has emerged that a trainer is the kingpin in the training program. He is just like a hero who is conducting the whole exercise. A trainer must remember that he is an integral part of the group and he is a learner himself in the group. If the trainer imbibes all these qualities in himself, the training program is going to be a success and the trainer will be on a long journey of successful learning himself also. Thank you very much. I hope you understood the module well.